This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with my broadcast partners, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Man, can you feel the excitement in the air? And in Chicago to start out, we've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So the Bulls 5 right now. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in at the 3, the small forward. Just 5 to shoot. That's a 2 from Butler. That's good on the jump shot. Butler's got the game going here with the first basket for Chicago. On defense, Chicago. First chance here in their inaugural game of the season to go up against New York.
And I'll tell you what, even though they looked like the better team a year ago, they only managed a split of the season series.
Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Well, that was a game they expected to win. And maybe they came out a little flat because they didn't respect their opponent.
Yeah, that could be. I don't think they took them lightly, though, Steve. I just don't think they played well, and sometimes we get those confused. They didn't play well enough to win.
Rose, good.
A nice piece of work there. Find a little space and pull the trigger.
On defense, Chicago.
Derrick Rose, born and raised on the south side of Chicago, now playing for his hometown Bulls. He even became a partner and endorser for Chicago's top deep dish pizza chain. He does represent this town. The entire defense was frozen footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Noah with a screen on Calderon. Gasol wide open. He fires, and he's off on his first shot of the game. You talk about Derrick Rose's culinary interest. He's looked to change his diet for the better.
Yeah, he needed to, Kevin, because, you know, he was a big fan of candy when he came into the league. It was kind of his vice. He said he would eat up to 2 pounds of candy in one sitting. I mean, that's just crazy. But he's hired a personal chef. He's eating better. He's taking care of his body. And it's important, obviously, as you get older and you're dealing with injuries.
Now here's Rose, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Feeds to Dunleavy. Shot clock at 6. Goes up at the stripe. And it's Butler missing. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Outside Anthony. The dish to Calderon. Dallenberg sets a screen for Calderon. Takes a 3. That's good.
Looks like he's trying to find a groove in this game. Just hasn't had it dialed in yet.
Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Rose. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Rose has got his second bucket.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And Kevin, they would have had to be sensational defensively to compensate for their lack of offense in that game.
Yeah, you know what, Steve? I don't think they're built to play those kind of low-scoring, grinded-out games. They weren't that time, at least.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for Dallenberg. Smith comes in for Jason Smith. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Shumpert. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Jose Calderon. Chicago also making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gasol. McDermott comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And it's Heinrich in for Derrick Rose. Good! Anthony's got 5.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's McDermott. Outside Butler. Fires at the elbow. That doesn't go either for Butler.
He thought he could knock that one down, but the defense was really all over him.
And Prigioni kicks to Anthony. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
Well, you take a look back to last year, guys. This is a club that converted about 76% of its free throws.
That free throw, no good. Chicago making a switch here. And the second free throw, good. Butler up top. No good on that last second attempt there. There's the buzzer, and not much scoring at all through the first quarter of play. It's the Knicks, leading by just 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
It's a Halloween broadcast of the NBA. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. This
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong, and they've put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Mirotic is out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's McDermott. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Heinrich in at the 1. The shot's good from Smith.
J.R. Smith, just tremendous range on his shot and a great skill level overall. He can handle, pass, and finish. He can really get up high and finish in transition with some explosiveness. Just an electric play.
The feed now to McDermott. For 3. Good on the shot. McDermott's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
This is great. 3-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Prigioni, New York moving the ball around. Easy the pass to Prigioni. This is to Hardaway. Right at the free throw line, and again it's New York.
And J.R. Smith set a record last season for 3-pointers attempted in a game with 22. That's a lot of casting from the 3-point line. But that same night, he set the Knicks franchise record for makes with 10 that found the bottom of the net. When he's going, he can be a handful.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And for J.R. Smith, he's got all the tools offensively. It's his decision-making, Steve, that I think has probably limited him from greater responsibility.
That's why I think he's better in an instant offense role where you can sit him down if he starts to freelance and do too much. But you know, they call him J.R. Swish for a reason. He is always dangerous.
Samuel Dallenberg is checked in for the Knicks. Calderon comes in for Pablo Prigioni. Snell kicks to Rose. Gibson setting a pick for Rose. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Pulls up. Green for 2 points. Rose has got 6. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, Pau Gasol made a big move this summer to join the Chicago Bulls. He was courted by a number of teams, but went with his instinct. He sees the Bulls as a team that can compete for a title, saying without a doubt it is one of the championship favorites in the East alongside Cleveland. We'll see how far they go, guys.
We will indeed. Thank you, Doris.
And things are going to come way too easy for him if he can get that deep post position.
I agree with you, Steve. You got to deny him the ball down there as best you can.
Kicks it to Snell. Noah dishes to Dunleavy. Passes it to Snell. 6 to shoot. Here's Dunleavy. And the Bulls another 3. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Well, the Bulls were expected to play a role in free agency this past summer with all the cap room they had. A lot of options in terms of which way they could have gone.
New York calls timeout. With the Bulls, it was thought that Melo or maybe even Wade could be one of their targets, but Clark opted to go big and bring in the former Laker Pau Gasol.
And you know what? To get Gasol in there might seem like overkill with Noah already manning the middle for Chicago, but I tell you what, his skill set will be a nice complement to Noah and the rest of that front line.
A long front line, huh?
Big time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Anthony comes in for Quincy Ace. And Shumpert in there for Hardaway. Anthony, the pass to Dallenberg. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. Derrick Rose was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. 4 on the clock, so they take the lead. Rose has got 8 points. New York trailing. Calderon kicks to Smith. On the wing, Shumpert. To the paint, here's Anthony, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
A different look for New York. Jason Smith comes in for Samuel Dallenberg, and Shane Larkin subbed in for Jose Calderon. 40 seconds left in the first half. Noah with a screen for Rose. Butler on the wing. Left side Rose. He kicks it to Dunleavy. Into Noah. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending reflected away.
Stoudemire's checked in for J.R. Smith. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. 4 on the shot clock. On its way from Rose for 2. Misses off the right iron.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Anthony dishes to Larkin. Tipped away. With 1 on the clock, and that one's good by Butler. And the Bulls lead by 1.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
And the first half ends in a close one. Bulls lead by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You gotta like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
And what was most impressive was that his decision-making and shot-taking was very disciplined and efficient. Really an excellent half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him, and he's not trying to do too much. I love the flow and rhythm he's playing with here.